Hello guys, welcome. On today's video I would like to talk about Ethereum and also about Bitcoin and about many other coins. I would like you to request coins. If you would like me to talk about it, I will take a look at those coins in particular, and right now I will be looking at Bitcoin right away. And as you can see on the Bitcoin chart, where I'm looking at currently right now is the Ethereum chart, and that's why I'm going to switch over towards the Bitcoin chart to show you guys how the current phase is and the Bitcoin chart. And as you can see, I have drawn a trend line from the beginning of this bull market towards the moment we are right now at. And what we can see on this trend line is that we have already touched several times. Once at the beginning of the bull market, of course. The second time we had a small touch with this trend line right over here, approximately at the 25th of January, and we saw a third significant touch of this trend line over here just approximately on the 23rd of April. And right now we are on the 14th of May, and unfortunately, as we all know, we have broken below this trend line. So this is also due to the huge dump that we saw on the previous days, but right now what I'm actually looking at is how Bitcoin will recover from this huge dump towards the downside, and if it will be possible for Bitcoin to break above this level of resistance and bounce once again back into this trend line and find support on it. So that's for me really interesting to see right now, but just for the short term, let's take a look where we will find possible resistance and support. But firstly, I would like to take a look at the Fibonacci level. So I will be placing the Fibonacci as well at the beginning, starting at the beginning of the bull market, approximately the 11th of December. So it's a little bit earlier actually than the beginning of the bull market, and just placing the swing high on the all-time high, of course. So where we are currently looking at is at the Fibonacci levels. Those are the levels that are marked green and yellow, and you can see right now, right away, we are trading above and in between the 0.382 and the 0.236, and these are very important levels, especially because the 0.382 is the Fibonacci golden pocket entry level, and once we go towards this level, for me personally, it's a point where I would like to accumulate a particular coin, and right now that specific coin is Bitcoin. So I think this is just absolutely amazing and wonderful that we are seeing Bitcoin right now trading above the 0.318, and that we had a few wicks towards the downside, as you can see over here, being created, and they did not went through the Fibonacci level of 0.382, and I think this is very important because it still is a huge level of resistance, as you can see over here. And right now we are trading above this level of previous support. As you could see in the past, this was also a level of support where Bitcoin found support on, and I'm just currently waiting to see Bitcoin going further up. And right now we are trading, as you can see, in between these two levels of support and resistance. And what I'm personally waiting for is for Bitcoin to go above this level of resistance and find support on it, and trades afterwards in between this level of support and resistance and just underneath the Fibonacci level of 0.236. And I think that's very important because if we break above the 0.386, we will be also breaking once again through this uptrend that we are seeing that started at the beginning of the bull market all the way until the 12th of May, when we saw this huge drop that caused a lot of trouble in the cryptocurrency space. But if we get back up above this trend line, I'm personally thinking that we will see huge moves being created. And what I would like to show you as well is Crypto Rover. Hello, I'm very glad that you're watching, and I hope you like the content as well. And as well, lots of greetings from the Netherlands while you are in Dubai. And I hope you're enjoying as well. So this was a short shout out to my friend Crypto Rover, who is right now currently in Dubai at this particular moment. And what we are seeing, as you can see, is what we were looking at is how Bitcoin will be breaking above this 0.3236 Fibonacci level at approximately $53,678. And what I wanted to show you right away was the the moving averages of the past, the 50-day moving average, 100-day moving average, and as well the 200-day moving average. And what I think is very important about this is I really like to look at the moving averages and see if we are trading above, because these moving averages act actually as support and or resistance. And what we are seeing right now, that we are below the moving averages at this particular moment, and once they go even further down, there will be a point when these levels will be resistance for a while. And I think personally, I'm still waiting for Bitcoin to go above the moving averages, especially for now, above the 50-day moving average, because once it finds support on the 50-day moving average, I think Bitcoin will have more support to trade on, and it will be more difficult for Bitcoin to break towards the downside. And that's why I want Bitcoin to go above the 50-day moving average in the coming days. And I think that's very important if we would like to see Bitcoin go once again above this trend line where we are looking at right now. And I will remove the moving averages just for a second, and just to show you guys how it's currently looking on the MACD, I will activate the MACD, and what we can see right away is a crossover on the indicator lines of the MACD, and we are seeing that it's heavily oversold. That's the blue line that we're seeing over here. And once this crossover is made, and that's actually right now, I think we will be seeing momentum towards the upside being created, especially because, as you can see in the past as well, there won't be way more momentum towards the downside on the MACD, because the MACD does not tend to fall even further than where we are right now at. And this means that it is most probable that we will be seeing Bitcoin gain momentum towards the upside. And if Bitcoin does so, we will see Bitcoin go through this level of upward sloping resistance of the previous trend, and that's the trend line over here where I'm looking at right now. Sorry for that. This level over here, and I'm just very curious when this will happen. And it's not a question if this will happen, it is just when this will happen, because I'm really bullish on Bitcoin. I really believe in the cause, and I think that just one individual won't be able to manipulate this bull trend, and Bitcoin will be going up very shortly in the upcoming days. So guys, as you can see, the momentum, as I was talking on the MACD, is just really important. And if I draw a trend line, a possible momentum towards the upside would look like this all the way through here. And once we see this type of momentum, a big momentum wave, as we saw over here on the 25th of April, a huge wave towards the upside is being created due to this momentum on the MACD. And I'm personally thinking that we will be seeing a huge momentum towards the upside being created on the Bitcoin chart just in the short term. So for now, that's just my technical analysis for the moment on Bitcoin. If someone wants to look at Bitcoin further during this stream, that is not a problem at all. We can always go back to Bitcoin and talk about it, and I will be really glad to discuss Bitcoin. But I wanted to show you once again a very important chart, and that's actually the XRP chart. And why I'm so bullish on XRP is just because it's incredible what we are actually looking at. As I showed you as well before yesterday, and also during my video, XRP is inside of this symmetrical triangle and is absolutely going to break out towards the upside. That's just my personal opinion, of course. You have to do your own due diligence on this topic, but I personally think that if you don't see this pattern and if you don't believe that we will be seeing a breakout towards the upside, especially because the symmetrical triangles are by itself, it's not a pattern that actually gives us any type of a special confirmation that it's not a bearish or bullish pattern. It's just a pattern that shows that if the previous trend before this pattern was towards the upside, it is most likely to break once again towards the upside, and that's where I'm currently waiting at. And as I told you all before, once this pump towards the upside is created on the XRP chart, what we are seeing is a huge move towards the upside, and I will be measuring it by placing my first point on the highest point of the beginning of this symmetrical triangle towards the lowest point of this upward sloping support line, and I will place the measurement all the way here to look at the possible breakout towards the upside that we will be seeing on the XRP chart. And before I will be measuring this and telling you how big this huge move towards the upside will be on the XRP chart, I will be showing you why this particular triangle, the symmetrical triangle, is so significant to me. And that's because we are seeing 3 touch points on this upward sloping support line, and also we are seeing 2 touch points on this downward sloping resistance line of this symmetrical triangle. And yes, once a pattern has several touch points on either the support or resistance line, it becomes a more significant significant pattern, and that means that the move will be more likely to that the move will be more likely to happen as predicted on this pattern. And yes, what we are seeing right here is an insane move towards the approximately $2.58, and that's a move of approximately, I will measure it as well for the people who would like to know how much percentages this is. It is a move of approximately 65%, and I am just really waiting for it to happen. And I'm just waiting, as I showed you all before, for a confirmation of XRP by breaking this downward sloping resistance line and finding support on it. And after we have this confirmation of XRP by finding support on this downward sloping resistance line, I think we will see this huge move of 65% towards the upside being created, and that's just really, really amazing. So Willis123, it's fine, enjoying the technical analysis, don't worry. Hey, what's up? Welcome guys, I'm very glad you're watching, and if you have any type of requests, don't hesitate to ask. I will be very happy to answer your questions about each type of coin. And right now we'll be switching towards the XRP compared to Bitcoin chart, where we are seeing a even more significant pattern playing itself out. And what we are seeing, of course, Harmony. Yes, I will be talking about Harmony for a second, but I will be ending this technical analysis first on XRP. And what we're seeing here as well, a very significant pattern, because we have once again 3 touch points on this upward sloping support line on this ascending triangle of XRP, and also once again 2 touch points on this horizontal resistance line of this ascending triangle. And this is a huge pattern that's being played out over here, and I think it's just very important to look at, because as well on this pattern, once XRP breaks through this horizontal resistance line and bounces back and finds support on it, I'm personally thinking that we will see a huge move towards the upside, and I will be placing a Fibonacci retracement level just to show you where we could be possibly heading towards, and if we will be finding support on that particular level. So I will be measuring as well the highest point of this ascending triangle towards the upward sloping support line, and that's must be a move of approximately 65% as well, because otherwise it won't be possible. And what you are seeing right over here is actually very important, because we will be, if this move happens, and I think it's not a matter of if, but it's actually when this move will happen, I'm waiting patiently and seeing that XRP will go through the level of 1.618 Fibonacci, and I personally think that if the move is exponential towards the upside, we will see XRP trading down right below the 2.618 Fibonacci level, or maybe even above and finding support on it. And if the second case occurs, I will be very happy, because then we will see a new higher high being created on XRP, and as well I think that it will be a second step towards even higher levels. So as Devil Deal wanted me to talk about Harmony, and that's what I will be doing right away. But before I proceed towards Harmony, guys, I just uploaded a video. Do not forget to watch this video if you're interested in Litecoin. I will be giving my technical analysis on Litecoin and why I'm amazed by its potential in the upcoming days and weeks, and I think it will be just amazing as well on Litecoin to see how it will be probably going towards the upside. Of course, that's my personal opinion, but don't forget to look at this video, and if you really like the content, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. So let's take a look at Harmony. First, I would like to look at Harmony on CoinMarketCap. Oh, and what we are, no, this is not the correct one. It's this one over here. And yes, we are seeing a coin that's, of course, very inside of the top 100 coins, and it has a 1 billion market cap. And a 1 billion market cap, for me, I think that's really interesting, because those type of coins have a lot of potential to go exponentially towards the upside. And what we are seeing over here is that it already did so, and that's what I already thought. But we saw a huge move towards the upside right over here on Harmony during the past 3 months, and right now it has been trading a little bit downwards and sideways for the moment, and that's why I would like to take a look at it as well on one USD. Let's take a look, and I will be selecting as well the one BTC chart just to show you guys what I personally think that Harmony will be doing in the upcoming days. So let's start by looking at Harmony on compared to the US dollar on the 4-hourly time frame. And what I will be placing at first are some levels of resistance and support, so we have a even better look at what it will be doing in the upcoming days. So here we are. Just give me one quick second so I can give you the best possible information that I can read out of this particular chart. 1 second, please. And here we are. That would be enough for this particular moment. So right now what we're looking at is this pattern right over here, and yeah, what you're seeing is a huge wick towards the upside, and once again it's falling back down below. And I'm very glad that we are seeing once again that this level of support is apparently a level of support that's really significant, especially because we already saw that it was a level of resistance in the past, and as well a level of support in the past, and right now it's serving once again as a level of support. And I think this is really important to look at, because levels of support where support is just even more significant is where we have several touch points. And right now at this level of support, we are seeing 3 different touch points. And that's why I think this level is important for Harmony at this particular moment. And I will be activating the 50, 100, and 200 day moving average to look at where we are currently at. And yes, what I'm seeing right away is that we are right now having some trouble on the 50-day moving average. And I am a personal fan of the moving averages because moving averages are very important and significant because they work as support and resistance as well. And what I'm seeing right over here is that we are trading right on top of the 50-day moving average. And I think it's very important to go above the 50-day moving average, so the 50-day moving average will not be seen as resistance, but it will be seen as support, and that will be giving Harmony less space to bounce in between these two levels, and then it will be more probable to bounce above this level of resistance at approximately $12 and finding support on it after moving even further upwards. So that's what we're looking currently right now at, and I think it's very important as well on the longer term, if Harmony breaks above this level of resistance at $12, that it will find as well support above the 100-day moving average and eventually as well above the 200-day moving average. And just to take a quick look at the RSI, because I'm personally a huge fan of the RSI, because you can always spot bullish and bearish divergence on the RSI, and those are just in particular just really important divergence that you can spot if you're using the RSI compared to the chart. And it's just that easy to look at, and if you're not doing this, you have to look at the RSI to spot this bullish and bearish divergence, because they are very significant in the price action of each cryptocurrency coin. And unfortunately, what I'm seeing right over here on the RSI is a lower high being created on the chart, and as well on the RSI I'm seeing a higher high being created, and this is a bearish divergence that we're looking at right now. And as well, the candle that is right now, the candle that we're looking at right now, the most up to the latest candle is a downwards candle after a small run up towards the upside. And once a red candle once a red candle appears after a run up towards the upside, it might be a trend reversal, and especially because we're also seeing a bearish divergence on the RSI, I'm personally thinking that we will be seeing Harmony once again break back and find support on the $10 or even going all the way back to the 0.98 cents, where it has found support several times in the past, and it was also previous resistance. So right now for Harmony, my personal opinion is you have to be careful, and if you already have a lot of Harmony in your portfolio, I think this will be a great opportunity if we see Harmony once again going back towards the 0.098 level to accumulate even more Harmony at cheaper prices before it will go further up. And to look at this even more closely, I will be placing what I'm seeing as well on the overall trend. I will be switching over towards the daily candles to take an even better look at it. Yes, what we are seeing over here, I will be placing trend lines, is a descending triangle being created. So overall for Harmony for this moment, I'm not really absolutely pumped about it. Very sorry to say, because I was really hoping that it would be better, but what I'm seeing over here is a descending triangle being created. And yes, I know I've said this before, but descending triangles are patterns that tend to break out towards the downside. But what we are seeing as well is that an uptrend was the previous trend that we were seeing before this pattern was being created. And this means that this pattern might also be breaking out towards the upside. And I will be measuring for you what the possible price targets would be towards the downside and as well towards the upside for Harmony at this particular moment. And after that, I will be switching to the Harmony compared to Bitcoin chart before going further with another coin. And what I'm taking a look at this, and I'm placing my measurement over here. And if Harmony breaks towards the downside, we will be seeing a price of Harmony of approximately 0.025 cents, and that would be a huge drop. And I think personally that is just unrealistic to happen, because that won't be even possible. You see that the previous price was way higher than this, so I don't think this will this is not a measurement, not a correct measurement. If Harmony drops, it won't be a drop that is this big. This would be absolutely crazy if this happened, and I don't think this will be likely to happen. So if Harmony breaks down towards even lower levels, I think it's very good to take a look at the Fibonacci retracement, and that's why I'll be activating that before going further to the Bitcoin chart, just to give you a little bit more information and data about Harmony at this particular moment. But I will be measuring as well this potential move towards the upside. So let's take a quick look. If Harmony will be breaking out towards the upside, it will be a move of 100%, so it's a huge move towards the upside. And if it does so, if Harmony has the strength to go all the way up, I will be personally waiting for a pullback and finding support on this level of resistance, of previous resistance, and finding support on it right over here on approximately 22 cents. So let's take a look even further, and let's start by placing the Fibonacci retracement level on the Harmony chart, and I'll be placing it from the swing high towards the swing low. And what we can see right away is that Harmony, if it breaks down out of this pattern, I personally think that it won't be going further down this level at the Fibonacci chart, where we already had a touch in the past. And it also, if I look a little bit further down, yes, it served as kind of as previous support as well. So I think this is a good level to take a look at if Harmony will be heading even further down, and that would be at approximately 0.067 cents. So that's the thoughts about Harmony at this particular moment compared to the US dollar on the daily chart. And I will be switching over immediately towards the Harmony compared to Bitcoin. And right over there, Harmony is looking actually exactly the same, and I will be activating just the MACD to take a look at what the momentum is saying to us, and if we are getting more knowledge over here. And yes, I must say I do have more knowledge, because the MACD is actually having a crossover right now, and it is a very good moment to have a crossover, especially because we saw that there wasn't a lot of downward momentum being created. So it could be possible that even I'm sorry, it could be possible that we will be seeing Harmony getting some upward momentum in the upcoming days. But do not forget that we also saw on the RSI a bearish divergence being created, and I think the bearish divergence is a huge indicator of a move towards the downside. So I think we have to be careful at the moment for Harmony, but if it has enough momentum, we will be seeing momentum being created towards the upside. And afterwards, of course, if there is a second crossover, there will be once again a little bit of momentum towards the downside, and after that we could be seeing a huge momentum towards the upside. And at that moment, it might be also possible that the bearish divergence on the RSI is already gone. So that is my personal opinion right now on Harmony. I hope you liked the content, and if you did so, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because I will be giving a lot of live streams in the upcoming days and weeks. So let's take a look at this. Samuel Goulson, you would like me to talk about Cardano. I like this new channel. XRP could be the breakout of the year. Yes, I'm absolutely pumped that you're saying this, because I'm absolutely pumped about XRP, and I think that XRP will be the breakout of the year, and lots of people will be underestimating XRP, but I am not underestimating XRP. I'm just patiently waiting for this breakout to come true. And that's why I won't be going to the XRP chart, because we already discussed that during this live stream, but I will be looking at Cardano and how it's looking at this particular moment. So let's take a look at this. We are seeing Cardano, and we are seeing this broadening wedge on the Cardano chart. You could call it a channel, but I don't think it's a channel, because it's not parallel at all. It is a broadening structure. Both the lines at the end are further from each other than at the beginning. And yes, Cardano, it has right now created a doji candle, and a doji candle means that this candle is very uncertain. We don't have a lot of information. The buyers are, well, we have information. The information is actually that the buyers and the sellers are, well, almost even, but right now there are a little bit more of sellers than buyers, and this doji candle, it might be giving us a trend reversal on the Cardano broadening wedge on the daily chart. But I would like to look at the 4-hourly time frame, because there we will be seeing more significant information, I personally think, to see what Cardano will be doing in the upcoming days. And yes, I think Cardano will be performing well, absolutely, during the upcoming days and weeks. And what I'm personally waiting for, you can see this broadening wedge. We already had 2 touch points in the past, and as I always say, it's very important to have as many touch points as possible on an upward sloping support line, because if you have more touch points, how more significant this upward sloping support line will be, and how more significant it would be in the future as well, once Cardano would like to break back towards lower price targets. So that's for me for Cardano right now, but I'm personally looking at Cardano, and I think that we will be seeing once again something like this, what we saw previously on Cardano happening. We will see Cardano trade in between 2 levels of support and resistance before breaking out towards the upside, and right now it's trading in between the 1.81, so $1.81, and the $1.95, and that's just absolutely incredible, because who thought that Cardano would be trading at $2, right? It's just amazing that Cardano is performing so well. And what I'm personally waiting for Cardano at this particular moment is to find enough strength to break above this upward sloping resistance line and finding a support on it, because after that happens, we will be seeing a huge move of Cardano towards the upside. And I will measure this move for you by placing a measurement trend line on the broadening wedge. Let's take a look, and I'm measuring this by selecting the beginning of the upward sloping support line and going straight up until the current price where we're currently at, because if Cardano broke at this particular level through this level of upward sloping resistance, this would be how you have to measure the price target of this particular move. So I will be moving this towards the upside to see what type of huge movement we would be seeing on Cardano, and I will be measuring it right away by placing this measurement tool, and this would be a huge move of approximately 40% of Cardano towards the upside. And I think that's just incredible, because then we would be seeing a Cardano at $2.89, approximately $2.90, and that's just 10 cents below the $3 target where I'm personally waiting for Cardano to be reaching in the upcoming month. And I think it's not unrealistic that this will happen. It's just a matter of time, and it's just amazing that we are seeing this at this current moment. And what I will be placing as well right now is just a few extension levels to take a look at. And how I will be placing this, I will be zooming in a little bit further into this accumulation phase right over here, and I will be placing the Fibonacci levels from this swing high towards the swing low over here. And we are seeing that Cardano is right now at this particular moment trading above the one level at this Fibonacci retracement at approximately $1.92. And if this move happens on the Cardano chart, we will be seeing Cardano heading towards the $2.90, as I said before. But if Cardano, once it hits this possible target, finds support on the 3.618 support on the Fibonacci retracement, I think personally this is a great and significant support where Cardano could be possibly finding support on once it goes all the way up to the $2.90. So it will be finding support at, I think personally, at the $2.78, so at approximately $2.80, if it goes all the way up towards the $2.90 in the upcoming days by going above this upward sloping resistance line of this broadening wedge. And I think that is just an amazing move, a possible move that Cardano will be making. And I will also show you the possible downtrend scenario just to make sure. I'm very confident this won't be happening, but I will show you that as well. We could be seeing a downward trend over here being created, and I will be removing this because this, I have to draw it once again. And if we saw a move towards the downside be created, it would be a move was approximately 53%, and that would be if Cardano traded all the way down and breaking down below this upward sloping support line, testing it once again as resistance and breaking all the way down towards this level at approximately 80 cents. But I personally don't think this will be happening, especially because we have lots of level of very significant support. As you can see down below, we have a huge level of support over here, and as well a huge level of support down below. Both levels are very significant, especially if you look even further back. You can see that these levels are just very difficult to be crushed by Cardano. So I'm personally not looking at Cardano and thinking, oh well, it will be going down towards the $1.10. I am very bullish on Cardano, and I think personally that we will be seeing $2.90 anytime soon. That's why I will be switching over to the Cardano compared to Bitcoin chart on the 4-hourly time frame for you guys. So let's take a quick look at the comment section, and we are seeing on the live chat Ricardo Gocha, Rocha, I'm very sorry for that. You think it's a you would like me to talk about GT token? I will take a look at it further during this live stream. I really hope I won't forget it, but I will take a look at the live chat just in a few minutes, of course, as well. And let's take a quick look. And lots of you, like Charles 360 says, nice technical analysis. Thank you, Charles, for looking at the live stream. And yes, guys, please do not forget that if you really like this technical analysis, I will be posting lots more of technical analysis during my live streams, and as well I will be giving technical analysis on specific coins during my videos, like I posted today, this video of Litecoin and how amazed I am by it. And do not forget to like this video and even subscribe to my channel if you really like the content that I'm making for you right now. So let's take a look. Let's go back at Cardano, and yes, I'm just pumped and I'm just excited to look at it. And what I'm seeing is just this beautiful bull flag being created on the Cardano chart compared to Bitcoin. And I will be placing this measurement tool over here. Let's take a look. A small parallel channel is what I will be using to measure this beautiful bull flag towards the upside. And yes, bull flags tend to break out towards the upside, and I'm just pumped about this because we are seeing this bull flag on the Cardano compared to Bitcoin chart. Yes, Cardano has been outperforming Bitcoin lately, and I think still will be doing so during the upcoming months. And I'm really not sure when Cardano will gonna stop, especially if I don't know if you saw the news, if Cardano will be the coin that Elon Musk, even I will be talking about Elon Musk. I know I'm mad at him, especially because of the dump of yesterday, but if he decides to work together with Cardano and accept payments for Tesla on the Cardano network, I think it will be insane for Cardano. We will see a huge move towards the upside being created on the Cardano price action. But I will be placing this trend line as well for us to take a look at where Cardano is currently at, and if Cardano goes back towards lower levels, where it will be possibly finding support. And what you can see on this trend line is something really amazing. We are seeing multiple touch points on this upward sloping support line, and that's just really good, because how more touch points we have on this upward sloping support line, how more significant this support line will be in the future. And right now, with this current bull flag that we are seeing on the Cardano chart compared to Bitcoin, I think it's just amazing, and it will be very probable that we will see a price action towards the upside being created. And that's why I will take a look right now just at the RSI, and after that I will be taking a look at the 50, 100 and 200 day moving average to look at where Cardano is currently at. And yes, right over here we are above the dotted white line on the RSI and above the purple box. And I think that's very important to know that once we go above the dotted line, it is very likely that we'll be seeing Cardano drop once again inside of the purple box, because the RSI does not like to stay outside of the purple box for a long time. And what we're seeing here is nothing very special, because we are seeing higher highs being created on the chart. We are seeing higher highs being created on the RSI, so we are not spotting any type of bullish divergence, and we are seeing higher lows as well being created on the chart, but as well higher lows being created on the RSI. So we are not seeing any type of bullish or bearish divergence for the current moment, and that's just what I'm looking at right now with the RSI. And as you can take a look at as well, we are far above the 50, 100 and 200 day moving averages, and that's just really important to me, because these moving averages act as support and resistance. And if we are above the moving averages, I think it's just absolutely amazing. And because we are so far above the 50, 100 and 200 day moving averages on the Cardano chart, I will be placing as well the 20-day moving averages. Let's see. Moving average. Oh my, let's take a look. MDA, it doesn't work. 20 day. Well, there it is. Let's take a look. So the 20-day moving average, yes, we are once again above the 20 days moving average on the Cardano compared to Bitcoin chart. And I think this is just incredible news, because as you can see, once Cardano is a tad below the 20-day moving average, or just above, finding support on the 20-day moving average, as we saw before over here in the past and as well over here, it is when Cardano has slight momentum towards the upside being created. And I'm just really pumped to see when Cardano will once again find support on the 20-day moving average, because after that I think it will be most probably that we will see a move of Cardano towards the upside. And as I showed you before during this technical analysis of Cardano, on the Cardano compared to US dollar chart, we were looking at this broadening wedge over here. And if Cardano will touch once again with 20-day moving average, that's the bigger yellow line just right here underneath where we're currently trading at, I think there will be enough momentum towards the upside being created. And that's just for now what I would like to say about Cardano, and what the possible price target will be at $2.90 unbelievably, if we will see that on Cardano during the upcoming month. So thank you very much for watching all, and let's take a look at what we are looking at right now on the comment section. And Devil Deal, yeah, definitely undervalued channel. I'd say we'll keep watching every stream. Yeah, it is an undervalued channel. I'm really trying my best and my hardest to give you the best content as possible, and I will be streaming a lot to make sure everyone has the right to look at this channel and have the content that we're doing right now. So let's take a look. What are we saying over here? So Willings 123 36. Okay, and Stephen Tayo. Dot, you would like to talk about Polkadot. So let's take a look about Polkadot. Polkadot over here. I will be removing the 20 and the 50, 100 and 200 day moving averages. And as you can see, I really like to stay up to date about Polkadot because I'm a huge fan of Polkadot, and I won't deny it, because Polkadot is one of the best performing, will be one of the best performing assets. I'm completely sure, and I'm just really optimistic about Polkadot. And what we are seeing here on the Polkadot chart is a, well, it's, you could say it is a triangle, but right now I will be removing these lines because I'm not completely pumped about how that line was drawn. I'm more probable looking at this as a, once again, as a broadening wedge. And what we are seeing is that, yes, Cardano will be, Polkadot will be breaking once again above this channel where it's currently trading at. And why I did not like the previous symmetrical triangle is because the touch points were just too far apart, and I'm just not a huge fan, because right now what we're seeing here is just multiple touch points on the upper resistance line, and we are seeing as well multiple touch points down below on the upward sloping support line. So I think this is a more significant pattern for Polkadot to look at this certain moment. And yeah, we could be saying that we were seeing as well a type of inverse head and shoulders during the previous days on the Polkadot chart, and that's why we also saw this huge momentum towards the upside at this particular moment being created. And that's why Polkadot is right now trading underneath the $46 resistance, and I personally think that it will be enough momentum to go above this $46 resistance and bounce back and find support on it. And as well, to have even more data about Polkadot, I will be placing a Fibonacci retracement to have the best possible data on Polkadot right away. And what I'm seeing is Polkadot, yes, if it's going up, it will be going up all the way to the 1.618 level, and maybe it will be going up even further. But for the current moment, it's finding support on the 1 Fibonacci level, and that's approximately at $43.94. And yeah, that was a previous level of resistance of this small wick, so I don't think it's a big level of resistance that will be actually giving enough support to the current wick. If it goes down, it will be more probably going down all the way to this level over here at approximately $42, but I'm not actually thinking this will happen. I think Polkadot will be able to go above the $46 and will find support on it, and after that we will be seeing a possible move towards the upside. It's a huge move that we will be seeing on Polkadot, but yeah, I'm actually not amazed by it, because I've been waiting for this move of Polkadot for a while right now. And you can take a look at this chart and you can see there's a huge momentum towards the upside in the past, and I think a huge momentum towards the upside like this is very possible for Polkadot to reach a new all-time high, and to take a look at how big this is going to be. So I will be measuring this out right away so we can take a look at the possible scenario of Polkadot breaking out towards the upside, and I will be measuring it once again as I did before as well on Cardano by placing the first point on the beginning of the upward sloping support line and all the way towards the current price action where we are at, but actually a little bit higher because it will be breaking above the upward sloping resistance over here. So that's why I also decided to place my price target also all the way up to that particular point. So if we are looking at a price action of Polkadot and what it would be probably doing if it breaks above this upward sloping resistance line, we would be seeing Polkadot go insanely parabolic towards the upside. And if it does so, it will be breaking the 1.618 Fibonacci level, and it will be going even further up to the 2.618 Fibonacci level at approximately $63. And yes, I think that's very probable for Polkadot. I don't think this is nuts or something that is completely impossible. And it's just a move of 35%, and we have seen way bigger moves at the Polkadot chart. So I think this move is just, as well as I said before about XRP, is just not it's a matter of time and it will be happening. We just have to wait patiently and take a look at when Polkadot will be going above this upward sloping resistance level, finding support on it as a confirmation to place a trade towards the upside, and maybe with a nice leverage gaining a lot of profit out of this trade. And if you are interested in trading, do not forget that it is possible. Down below you will find in the description you will find the top 3 leverage trading extensions that I personally use. I'm a big fan of Phemex, so if you don't have your account on Phemex, don't forget to use the link down below. You will be supporting the channel by using the link, and that would be really amazing for me if you did so. And if Polkadot, I will be going further, if Polkadot finds support on this 2.618 Fibonacci level, I think that we will be trading just for a while at the $63 where this pump is bringing us towards. And I will be removing the Fibonacci levels and as well the few drawings that I made, and I will go back and place the relative strength index to just make sure we are not missing anything for the current moment. And I will be removing the 20-day moving average. So the relative strength index, I'm a huge fan. And yes, as you can see right now, currently we are seeing a huge upward momentum on the Polkadot's chart being created, and I'm personally expecting for Polkadot to trade down below the 46 level, or I would be more happy if it traded above and found support on this level. But that's just a matter of time to see what Polkadot will be doing. But as we can see on the RSI is right now a little bit, well, it's going above the dotted line over here. And as I said before, the RSI does not like to be above the dotted line. It likes to stay in between the 2 dotted lines in the purple area. And I think if we will see the RSI go above the dotted line, we will be seeing a trend reversal as well on the chart once the RSI is going back down, entering the purple box and finding itself trading in between this purple box. And let's take a look if we are spotting any type of bearish or bullish divergence right now on the Polkadot chart. And what I'm seeing currently is nothing really special. We are right now here seeing a lower high, but it's nothing big, and we are seeing a lower low and as well actually I think it's almost the same level on the RSI. Yes, as you can see, it's at exact the same level. So we are not spotting any type of bearish or bullish divergence for the moment, and I think that's as well a good thing to look and to know, because then you know that we won't be having any type of bearish divergence or bullish. But of course, a bullish divergence is not bad at all. I would be very happy if we would be spotting a very bearish bullish divergence right now on the Polkadot chart. But Unfortunately, it is not the case, and that's why I will be looking at Polkadot right now, and if it will be having enough momentum to go above this level of current resistance and finding support on it. Right now, I will be switching over to the Polkadot compared to Bitcoin chart, where a huge move is playing itself out. And if you saw my Polkadot videos on the YouTube channel, you would see that I spotted this ascending triangle on the Polkadot chart, and what we are seeing currently right now is just the huge move of this triangle actually almost hitting, almost running out of power. And that's something I say because you can take a look at this, and well, not at all actually. We are a little bit underneath, a little bit above halfway of this trend, and if we go all the way up, this is a huge move of Polkadot on the Polkadot compared to Bitcoin chart, and that would be a potential move of approximately 33%. And right now we are already at, let's take a quick look. Let's take a quick look. Just 1 second. We are currently already at a move of 20% almost on the Polkadot chart. So that's just amazing that we are breaking this ascending triangle on the Polkadot compared to Bitcoin chart. And what I'm waiting for is for Polkadot to find resistance on any place during the way up towards that 33% pump, and that is why I will be placing this Fibonacci level of retracement to take a look at where it will be possibly finding support. So let's take a look. Yes, from swing high towards swing low, and where we are right now, you can take a look at it immediately. Yes, we are underneath the 1.618 Fibonacci level, and I would be very happy to see here as well, as we saw on the US dollar chart, for Polkadot to break above this level and to trade on top of it, and that this level would be acting as support would be a great and huge step for Polkadot to be heading towards even higher, to go even higher in the upcoming days and weeks. So that's what I'm thinking right now about Polkadot, and I will be looking as well here on the Polkadot compared to Bitcoin chart at the 50, 100 and 200 day moving averages. And as I already thought, we are far above those moving averages. And as we saw on Cardano, but as well on many cryptocurrencies, once we are trading, just when they're acting as support, as we saw over here on the as we saw on the Polkadot chart previously, when the moving averages act as support, then after that moment we are seeing a huge momentum towards the upside being created, and that's exactly what happened once again over here. So I'm personally looking at when Polkadot will be touching once again with the moving averages, and if after that Polkadot will be finding support on top of the moving averages, because if Polkadot does so, we will be seeing a huge move towards the upside for sure once again at the Polkadot chart, and I think that's just unbelievably great to see for the moment. Lastly, I wanted to show you just the MACD, to take a look at the MACD, and yes, what I'm seeing right away is that on the MACD we are seeing a huge momentum towards the upside being created, and we are actually a little bit on the oversold territory on the RSI. The blue line is way too high, and that's why I think that when the crossover will happen, we will for sure be seeing a momentum towards this downside being created. But as you can see, the lines are not near each other yet, and this means that if the lines are not near each other yet, there is still momentum for Polkadot to go even higher and maybe finding support on that 1.618 level that I showed you before on the Fibonacci retracement. And I think that's personally very important to look at if this momentum will be enough to find support on that level. So that is just what I wanted to look at right now on the Polkadot chart. So guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'm actually already 1 hour I'm actually already giving you information during the past hour, and I wanted to end this live stream during the upcoming 10 to 50 minutes, and that's why I'm asking you if there is any last request to look at before I will be ending this live stream. So if you have any requests, please type those requests right now. And otherwise, if you did like this live stream, do not forget to hit that subscribe button underneath, and do not forget to smash up the like buttons, because that would be really pumping for me to upload even more videos for you, to have the data that you don't want to be missing out on, because crypto data is for sure something we have to take a look at. So next time, GT please. No, Ricardo Rocha, no problem. We are going to look at GT right away, because I said we are going to look at one last coin, and I actually forgot that you wanted me to talk about GT. So sorry for that, apologies, but I will be looking at GT right now. I do not know the coin, I will be very honest with you, but I will take a look at Gate token. Let's take a look. This token is at the 113 position. That means they have a big market cap at just 796 million. And as we see over here, yeah, of course, there is a huge momentum towards the upside during the past 3 months. And I will be looking a little bit further down to give myself a little bit more information about this particular coin, to give you the information you deserve. And I will be reading this for one moment, so please give me a moment of your time. So yes, this token is, let's take a quick look. Yeah, it is a safety token, as I can see right now, so that is good to know. And let's take a look. It does not have that much addresses that are currently, well, invested in this particular coin. So that is something I would like to know why, and I would really like to know how it is actually divided, if there is one main holder that has a lot of its supply, or if it is actually divided through all this holder equally, or not equally, but less compacted in just one particular wallet, or just several wallets, because you don't want to have a coin where someone has just a lot of power of this coin, because if someone has a lot of supply of that particular coin, I don't think those are good projects, because that particular person will be possibly selling his supply, and that would be causing a huge dump towards the downside. And unfortunately, there is not a lot of data of Gate token on TradingView, as you can see, but what I'm looking at right now is just, it's just really, I'm very sorry, there is not that much data. So where I'm currently looking at, especially because I don't know this token, it is hard for me to tell if it has the fundamentals to grow even bigger. And I'm looking at this right now, and what I'm immediately seeing is this descending triangle being created on the 4-hourly time frame. And yes, we all know a descending triangle is a pattern that tends to break out towards the downside, and I don't want to be negative about this coin because, yeah, I haven't done enough research to give you enough fundamental analysis on this coin, but just to give you the technical analysis that I can be giving you. Right now, we are seeing this descending triangle on Gate token, and if this descending triangle will break out towards the downside, it will be a possible move towards the downside of approximately, let's take a quick look, 35%, and that's quite a big move towards the downside, especially because it will be going all the way back towards where it began on this chart, but I don't know if there is even more data before what we are seeing right now. It's just, it is, I thought, on Bittrex, and Bittrex, I don't really like Bittrex with TradingView. I personally look at mostly at Binance or Coinbase because they are giving the best possible data. But if this move is towards the upside, it would be as well a move of approximately 35%, but then we will be seeing a possible breakout above the previous resistance, and if it breaks out above this previous resistance, it would be really amazing, because if it finds support right on top of previous resistance, it would mean that we would see once again a new a higher low being created, and as well a higher high being created. And once higher highs and higher lows are being created, it means the token is still in an uptrend. And I particularly think that that's very important, because if it breaks down below, there won't be an uptrend anymore, and then it is more likely to go down than to go up, because not all coins are like Bitcoin that have that enough strength to keep outperforming all the way. So let's take a look. This is the trend for the current moment, and I think it's very important for GT token, so Gate token, to stay above this upwards sloping support line, especially because it's already a significant support line, because we already saw 3 different touch points on top of this support line. And if it finds support once again after going up and breaking down and finding support once again on this trend line, that would be really amazing for Gate token, because then the uptrend will still be intact, and it will be very likely for this token to go even further up if it holds on to this upward sloping support line. So I think the support line is very interesting to take a look at right now, and that's what I personally think of this for the current moment, especially because I don't have that much data. But I will be looking just at the relative strength index to take a look at it, and right there we are not seeing that much. But what we are seeing, yes, we are seeing over here there is a higher low being created on the chart, but as well there is a lower low being created on the RSI, and this is just wonderful news, because this gives me a little bit more hope that it will be possible that this descending triangle will be breaking out towards the upside, because once we spot a bullish divergence, it is very likely that we will be seeing this particular coin go up instead of going down. So that is what we spotted right now on the RSI compared to this chart. And lastly, I would like to look at the moving averages. Let's take a look at those. Oh, those are not working on the current chart. So, well, thank you very much for looking at this live stream. I really enjoyed giving you this technical analysis. If you enjoyed it as well, do not forget to smash up that like button, as I said before, and I will be posting lots of new videos during the upcoming days and weeks. Tomorrow I won't be having a live stream, and maybe I will, but it will be during the evening instead, during the afternoon instead of the evening. And yes, I do hold ADA for Mr. Sean, because I really adore ADA, and I think it's a huge asset and a very good part of my portfolio. So, Ricardo Rocha, many thanks for that excellent information. Good luck with the channel. Have a nice weekend. Have a nice weekend too, Ricardo, Sean, and many others that were watching. Thank you very much. Have a nice day, guys. Peace out.